if you want to keep people reading, whether it's for like sales or X or just growing an audience, whatever it is, this is for you. So I've been on X for a while, but I just recently actually started posting. I think it was like last Friday, but I went from 0 to 77 followers, and I went from no views like this one, but it's gonna go up, trust. It's gonna to posts that get hundreds of views. So what I'm doing works. So I just want to show you a couple posts real quick. This is going to take like 2 minutes because it's actually super straightforward. So and I don't want to give you like the, oh, you want a good hook. It's not that simple, obviously, or everyone would do it because a good hook is super fucking subjective. So what you really want to do is make it so they can imagine it. Make it so that they can picture it, because then they're not going to be able to click off, right? Because once you provoke a thought, then they have to like see it through. It's basically like if you're like holding a carrot in front of a donkey, they have to like get the carrot, right? They're not just gonna give up. They see it and they want it. That's literally all it is. So if you can do that with people's brains, you're gonna get a shitload of views. So here's how I did that. I could have said, bro, do you really want to be successful? The reason that wouldn't have worked though is because they can't imagine it. It's like, what? So instead, what I said was an empire. Because when I say empire, I think of like Gladiator. I think of like a king and his castle empire. It's cool, right? And then to follow that up, you need to copy people like Tate, because everyone knows Tate, right? And they probably have like a TikTok edit they think of when they see his name. So copy people like this, okay? And then genuinely all you have to do is sell the next line. Whether it's to like actually get a sale or just to get views, s- sell the next line. So what I said was, don't worry, it's simple. So sell the next line. So how I do that is I open another loop. Find the big fish of your industry. Now, what I could have said is find successful people. The reason that this works way better is because you imagine big fish. You don't just think, like, you don't just read it mindlessly, right? So then I put that into even more tangible terms by giving an example. Cardinal Mason. Now they have something to compare it with. And if you don't know Cardinal Mason, he's a big writer. Like if you're a writer, you know him. And then step two, just move along, sell the next line. Become the person you're thinking of. Literally put on their shoes in the morning. I love this example. Now, I could go through and just explain every single thing like I just did, but it's all the same. Just put it into imaginable terms. And it's really hard to do unless you think about it. So I'm just going to show you one more that I absolutely love because it's entertaining and it helps you imagine things. Just to give you one more example. Okay. How to strap your readers into a 100-mile-per-hour roller coaster from hell. Of course you're gonna read that, right? Like, I mean, of course you're gonna click on, like, I want to know how to do that. Even if, like, it's confusing a little bit, but that's what it's for. Anyways, so these two lines real quick. I love them because they're imaginable. If you write garbage copy, so better than bad, because garbage, you can think of a trash can, right? And then I really like this. We're gonna transform you into a 6'3", 220-pound copy Terminator. So, obviously, the reason this works is because one, you think of like you can imagine 6'3", 220 pounds, and Terminator. What do you think of when you think of him? Someone who's like unstoppable, something you literally can't take down, right? So that's why I put that together. And it's entertaining. Who's not gonna laugh at that? And that's basically all it is, right? Here, I'll read this one more just because it really helps me explain my point. Go get the pizza. Pretty boring. Go to the kitchen, open the oven, pull out the freshest, crispiest, most delicious hot pizza you've ever eaten. Go on, cut yourself a big hearty slice. Like, it's a little cringy, but it makes you imagine that. Like, you imagined that probably, unless I read it terribly. So, yeah, that's basically all this is. Okay? So, genuinely, just make it imaginable. You're going to get a hell of a lot more viewers and hell of a lot more sales because people are going to imagine the thing and then they're going to want to buy it more. So before you click off, one, subscribe to me because you want to sell a lot of stuff with me, make a lot of money. We're gonna do that. Two, sign up for my newsletter. I'm gonna even more in depth break down all of this and leak a ton of dark psychology tricks that nobody else does because they're a little scared. Because a lot of it has to do with manipulation. And then number three, if you're a business owner, what are you doing? Let me write your copy. I'm gonna add 30% MRR in 45 days or you don't pay. Cool? Cool. So links in the description. Love you. Subscribe. Bye.